we used to go to a thing called Louis Tussauds, not Madame Tussauds. Apparently it was her no, I'm genuine. It was right by the Central Pier. Louis Tussauds. People will back me up on this. It used to be Louis Tussauds House of Wax, and apparently he's like Madame Tussauds' cousin.
Really distant.
Yeah, who moved to Blackpool. And they had some of the worst waxworks I've ever seen in there.
Noble souls, 'tis I, Mel Gedroyd, guardian of the great beyond. No, well, not God exactly, more like the hall monitor, the janitor for the afterlife. For this is the podcast where beloved stars have taken their final bow, only to pop in here for one last encore. Welcome to... Yes, indeed. Each week, a newly departed celeb stumbles into podcast purgatory to declare their final demands, whether that's banning flat pints at the wake or insisting the eulogy is read by somebody who will later receive a juicy payment. It's happened. And today's guest is a comic who I love. They don't just tell jokes. She sprints at them, tackles them, smashes them into the back of the bloody net. She's living proof that everyday disasters can be turned into comedy gold and that a haircut can cause more headlines than a royal wedding. I'm really giving her a very, very, very big intro. Funereal folk, please welcome a damn fine comedian. It's Maise Adam.
Maise Adam.
Quite loud.
That's nice. Yeah, very loud. Yeah.
Too loud for this
You
time
get
of day?
noise complaints from here. That's...
It was rousing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like that?
It was sort of the level of in those apocalypse movies when they have to do a big announcement of everybody get inside, the zombies are coming. It was like that level. It's quite scary.
I do apologise.
Yeah.
Maisie. Can I just say I'm the first guest that we've ever had that I've actually adopted the right funereal garb.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm all in black. That's an honour.
I wouldn't describe it as funeral attire though. These
Really?
are more kind of like drama school blacks, aren't they?
They're slightly.
Of neutral. Yeah. Neutral. You want to be able to move.
And loose.
You want to be able to absorb the character.
Loose and limber.
Loose and limber.
Loose and
Have you done
limber.
your vocal warm-ups?
Did you go to drama school? And we're not going to talk about that now because I go into such deep tangents.
Yeah.
We're going to keep it very much
We'll be here all day.
We will be bloody here all day. Now, listen, we're going to be chatting death, funerals, the whole malarkey.
Love it.
You know how this works.
Yes.
Then I'm going to be asking you to come over to our Barnacle podcast, 6 Feet Under. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can go to Apple Podcasts or where there's a will there's a wait.com for all the little extra bits.
Lovely.
It doesn't take long. It's a beautiful thing. You get emails coming in from our amazing Deathling listeners.
Great. Get me involved.
All good?
All good.
Now for some ads.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go away. We'll be back after this short break.
Now, Maisie.
Yes.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. What exceptional ads they were.
They were strong,
Top
weren't they?
tier ads, I would say.
You're a young'un.
Yes.
These days, because I remember when I was young, there used to be ads that everyone talked about, everyone could recite, everyone could quote.
Yeah.
Do they have those these days? Not so much.
No, they don't really. No, they don't have the ones with good songs in them and stuff. You know, like Aquafresh. I could still remember the Aquafresh song. Do you know? We want the red stripes, we want the white, we want the blue stripes, but that's all right. As you can see, Aquafresh is all free and one protection for your family. Hey, there's just not that anymore now, is there?
But that's post 2000, right?
That's post 2000.
Yeah.
Mel, I was born in 94. What do you think I was doing? Singing Aquafresh, age 6?
Because I'm thinking more, our whites, lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Our whites, it's just one of those feelings and it's one of those nights. Our whites, lemonade.
Our whites?
As in Richard or Ronald.
Our whites.
Our whites lemonade.
Our whites lemonade.
And it was such a cracking good ad. Dad comes down in pyjamas, ends up having a sort of rock and roll Elvis type thing with the fridge. brings out the lemonade in the
Lovely
middle of the night.
stuff.
Yeah, 70s.
But the brand was called Our Whites.
Our Whites.
Our Whites lemonade.
Sounds like sanitary products, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Our
it's
Whites.
all sorts of like Ku Klux Klan. Our Whites. I was worried where you were going with the song when you started singing it.
No.
I thought, don't raise that arm any higher, Mel. Yes, it's bad.
No, I didn't. I genuinely didn't even think of that.
Well, now you've
the
cancelled yourself.
It was the 70s.
You should have known. Well, you can't ever excuse things with it was the 70s. That doesn't hold up in court anymore, Mel.
I think it's still a brand.
Our Whites.
Our Whites lemonade.
Maybe you could get them to sponsor this pod. Maybe those could be your ads. You could get the Our Whites, Matt. Is he still alive? He's probably...
Maisie, on to
Yes.
business.
Mm-hmm.
How are you with guessing games? Yeah?
I think I'm quite good.
Yeah? I'm going to describe a celebrity with 3 clues,
Ooh.
and you have to tell me who they are,
Brilliant.
or as I like to call this game, what's her face?
Oh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
1.
Yeah.
She's not a mother, but her jokes definitely land.
Is that a pun, Mel?
She's
Not a mother, but her jokes land. That would make sense if it was she's not a plane, but her jokes land.
No, this works.
She's not a mother.
She's not a mother, but her jokes definitely land. That's quite a big clue. 2, she's the master of sounding like she knows everything while clearly knowing nothing.
She's the master of...
Sounding like she knows everything while clearly knowing nothing.
Clearly knowing.
Do you want another one? I think you do. 3, she claims... Sorry, I just spat all over that. 3, she claims she once found a ghost in a toilet. 4, an addendum clue. We hung out with her in July.
Mother... I think... Is it Motherland?
Hello.
Motherland.
Hello.
Yeah.
She's onto
The
something,
Motherland.
Sherlock.
And then what was it?
She's the master of sounding
master
like
of
she knows
sounding
everything
like
while
she knows-
clearly knowing nothing.
Yeah.
3,
Kunk.
she
Oh, I've got it. It's Diane Morgan, isn't it?
Boom.
It's Diane Morgan.
I'm raising it. Boom.
Love it. Love it.
Princess Diane, as I like to call her.
The People's Princess. The People's Princess.
And we met her in July.
We did.
In circumstances that we're not allowed to talk about because it's under embargo.
It does make it sound like we were in witness protection with Diane. Can you imagine 3 worst people to be in witness protection? Me, you and Diane Morgan. We'd blow our cover immediately.
But would we be allowed to be together or would we be separated? How does witness protection work?
I think they condense you into one, like a debt,
Pod.
into one solid payment.
Oh,
I think so.
Yes, what's her face? Did you like that?
I loved that.
We invented that
I
for
loved
you.
That.
We
Thank you so much.
Yeah, by July, of course, I mean LOL, Last One Laughing.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Which we both had the great delight
Yep.
of being in
Being
together.
in a room for 13 hours.
With Princess Diane Morgan.
Princess Diane Morgan
Yeah.
and others.
Fever Dream.
King of the Traitors, Alan Carr.
Yes, King of the
was
Bloody
there.
Traitors was there too.
Yeah.
That's all we're allowed to say.
Our lips are sealed.
Our lips are very, very much sealed. Now, what's her face? How's
Yes.
it going?
Yeah, good. I'm at that point in the moment, Mel, where I'm obviously still writing it and you're just moving stuff around all the time. Like, you have the pieces of a puzzle, but you keep shifting stuff. And then, like, also I have this thing where I'll write something about something right now. I feel so sorry for like political satirists or anything like that. Because
Yeah.
you write something about something right now and then you go on tour with it next September. Do you know what I mean? And you think, I don't know if that's like going to be relevant.
Yeah,
Then.
yeah.
Look what happened to the Aquafresh advert.
Well,
our whites. You
I
know.
thought that tested quite well. I'd like to see that woven into what's her face at some
I will try and get an
point.
our whites routine written just for you. Come September, that will be the opening gag.
But when you write a tour,
Yeah.
essentially, an hour and out 2 hours of material,
Yeah.
do you sit at your computer or do you sort of wander around and speak to yourself, talk to
Wander
yourself?
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always admired those people that can go for a writing day and they just sit at their laptop and like
Yeah.
just type out a ton of stuff, editing it. Like, no, I will be doing something else, either something really monotonous, like doing the washing up, or be really busy spinning loads of different plates.
Yeah.
And an idea will come to me. And I'll just have to write it down in my notes app or on a little pad and revisit it later on.
Yeah.
But I need to get better at this. I don't write long form. So I'll just write something like
Little notes.
trains.
Yeah.
And then I come back and read it and go, what was that? What was that? I read something back the other day and it said pink wardrobe. I have no idea where I
Oh,
was going
Maisie,
with that.
come on. That
I
sounds
know.
good. That sounds good. That sounds good. Surely you must remember.
I can't.
Something
There's
happened in a pink wardrobe.
Nothing. I've racked my brains.
Oh, that's really
so
annoying.
if you've bought tickets to What's-Her-Face hoping for a pink wardrobe routine, sorry.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen.
Serious.
Yeah, that's an exclusive for Where There's a Will There's a Wake. There is no pink wardrobe routine.
What's your first night of the tour?
Like an anxiety attack, I would say.
Oh, God.
It's
No.
just
What's
terrifying.
the date? What's the date?
Oh, let me check.
Yeah, go
it's
on.
September the
Okay. Oh, gosh, so it's
17th.
September the 17th.
Yeah.
Okay. So people can find all this on your webs. Do websites even exist these days? We've gone
Mel.
beyond that, do they?
Yes, they do.
Do they? We've sort of gone beyond that, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
You just now go on a website from your phone rather than logging on to a computer.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
don't have to Control-Alt-Delete anymore. You don't
Yeah.
have to HTTPS
Yeah.
/
Yes.
www.
And I do that on my
you?
phone.
That's
But it all
good.
seems to be on Insta. Everyone just goes, oh, find it on Insta. And I'm like, well,
Well, yes, you go on Insta and you go on the link in the bio, but the link in the bio is to your website.
so websites are still king.
Websites are still king.
Wow. They've lasted well, haven't they?
They have. Fair play to websites.
Do you know what I mean?
Good longevity. That is a career we can only dream of.
And it's MaisieAdams.com.
MaisieAdam.com.
MaisieAdam.com.
Don't put Adams.
I'm sorry.
There's no such thing as a Maisie Adams.
Do you know why I did that? And
Because
I do,
everybody with my last name is Adams.
And I
get it. It's annoying.
Our neighbours in Leatherhead, this is the absolute God's honest truth, that lived right opposite us in the cul-de-sac, were the Adams family.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
I can't, it's always, to me, it's always Adams. I'm so sorry,
No.
Maisie.
Listen, I'm not going to complain to you, Mel Gidroy, about people getting my last name wrong.
Okay, fair
Did I
dues.
just get your name wrong?
You slightly did, but
Did
it doesn't
it?
matter.
Okay.
That will
Gidroich.
Gedroich.
What's the I doing there then?
I know.
Never mind.
I know. It's actually Gedroich. but
Gedroich.
Anyway, now onwards and very much upwards.
Yep.
Maisie Adam.
Yep.
Never going to make that mistake again.
Thank you, Miss Gidroich.
Lovely. That was really good.
Thank you.
My dad would be very, very pleased. I went like that because he's dead, and I felt like that
Well,
was
we
a
have
good
to.
thing to do.
If we're here, we have to do that anytime we're talking about dead people.
Exactly. Now,
Yeah.
talking of that,
Talking of your dad and R. White,
Listen.
we have to go like that.
really worried about R. Whites now.
I know.
No, I pulled it back, didn't I? You
think
did
so.
for me. You made it
Yeah.
funny. You made it funny. Now, if we're heading upwards,
Yes.
soon we shall be approaching Maisie Adam.
Take me to the clouds above.
The Pearly Gates.
very good, aren't they?
They're amazing.
Yeah.
They're called the Rathbones. They're a family team. They have matching knitwear and they sing beautifully together.
Do you know what? You can kind of tell by their sound they wear matching knitwear.
Definitely. I've never met them, but I
No.
imagine they've got soft shoes.
But I think we're picturing the same people. Soft shoes, yes.
Do you know what I
definitely.
mean?
Exist only on a diet of soup and broth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe some oatmeal
Yes. Yeah.
at times.
They churn butter
Yes.
and milk. Are they? I think we're just describing Amish people now.
They ride on a cart. No, they're wholesome,
Yes.
the Rathbones, aren't they?
Yeah.
So, Pearly Gates.
Yes.
Is this something that interests you?
Yeah.
Do you want to be judged for your deeds on Earth?
I do genuinely think about this a lot.
Do
of
you?
like what I'll say when I get there.
Yeah.
If I get there.
Why should you be allowed in, Maisie Adam? That's what I want to
So
know.
this is the thing. I've thought a lot about what I would say, and I know there's probably a queue system going on because
Yeah.
I've seen the stats of how many people are born and how many people
Yeah.
die per day. So I imagine it would be busy.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've got 3 questions, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, probably.
I think my first one would. I'm trying to separate myself from other people and just say, like, well, I've never been in a fight, Mel, in my whole life. I've never
Oh.
been in a fight. So I think, first of all,
Maisie.
I'm not going to cause any trouble. Let me in. You know, I'm
Yeah,
going to be a nice,
yeah.
harmonious vibe.
Physical fight or verbal or both?
I wouldn't even say I'd been in a verbal fight.
Seriously?
Not like a nasty like
Not like a...
no, like like old school Big Brother.
Yeah.
Like I've not ever had an argument like that. I don't think.
Wow. Wowzers!
I don't think.
How do you get?
But I've
by?
definitely never been in a physical
Proper
fight.
physical.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt one?
Flee that
Yeah.
sort of
Okay.
situation.
So have you felt one coming?
Yep.
And you've managed to.
Absolutely. I'm about to sound 9. I'm really good at running, and I just run fast away from fights that are about to happen. If they've ever happened, like, and there was a brief time of sort of when I was 18, 19, was going out all the time, and they would happen outside the kebab shop.
And you feel them brewing,
You feel
don't
them
you?
brewing,
You
and
feel...
I just get the sort of, oh God, it's happening. Like, the 20 seconds before you throw up.
Oh, the
saliva, and you start going, we're on a time bomb here. We have got.
There's only one way
we have got a matter of seconds to get somewhere safe. That's my sort of thing. When a fight's about to break out, I feel the same way. I'm like, we're on limited time here.
So you.
Yeah. First of all, I've never been in a fight, so I'm not going to cause any trouble.
Yeah.
Second of all, I always put my neighbour's bins out, even though my neighbour is irritating.
Oh, that's
Like,
Maisie.
my neighbour is
really good.
Really just a busybody, always complaining, always on at us for things.
Right.
And despite this, I put her bins out.
Do you get any thanks for it?
No. And then sometimes I take a parcel for her and I go around and go, oh, this came for you. And she's like, oh, and it's never like, thank you. It's, oh, they gave it to the wrong door. And then sometimes she takes a parcel for me and doesn't tell me. She just leaves it outside her door. So she lives in, shouldn't probably be too specific, but we live in all the same building, but with different doors.
A flat?
A flat.
A flat.
Otherwise known as a flat.
Very...
Otherwise known as a flat, yes. I can say that. I can say flat. Flat doesn't give away where I live, does it? No.
Maisie, you sound like an angel yourself.
Well,
this is angelic behaviour.
Well, no, my third one is quite...
Okay.
The third thing, I always read that in an interview, when people say, oh, why do you want the job? You should really think about, why do they want you?
Yeah. Yes.
So I would maybe say, look, I've never caused a fight. I've never been in a fight.
And
I've always put my neighbour's bins out, even though she's quite irritating. But thirdly, why should you have me? Do you know what I mean? Just...
Oh,
do you think that would mess them up?
Well...
maybe.
I like it, though.
But I think it shows
spirit.
Yeah, and that I know my worth.
Yeah.
I've got things to bring to the party upstairs.
I think you're straight through.
I think so.
Okay, good. Now, Maisie. What was it, Maisie?
Like Mexican food.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. I think it's the best cuisine, and I'd like it in like
so good.
I think
so good.
Well, because we're going to come on to how I died, and it's quite specific.
Okay.
I needed something that would make sense. So you will find out where we're doing this, but I'm having Mexican party food. So tacos, burritos of, you can make your own. Quesadillas, nachos, nacho chips and dips.
Yeah,
I just love it.
So a Mexican
big spread. You can work your way along. You can come back for more.
Yeah,
and you can have it as spicy as you want it. There's different hot sauces there.
Yeah. Would you go for the crispy shelled?
I'd have a range. So I'd have crispy corn tacos,
soft.
and then I'd have soft ones as well. Quesadillas are my favourite.
Oh, quesadillas.
Not too fussed about burritos with all the rice in. I think that's just filler.
I think they're too. The girth is too intimidating.
They've got too girthy.
Haven't they?
We should not be afraid to say that on this podcast.
Do you know what I mean?
We'll say it.
And they surround them with that silver foil, and then there's too much
spilling out.
Too much going on.
You see people now on their commute to work starting it, and you think you're going to regret that in about 5 minutes' time. Because have you ever seen somebody halfway through and it's
splaying?
It's just
Who needs splayed girth?
It's like an
horrid.
It's like an overflowing drink, isn't it? But it's just dripping all over their hands.
Yes.
Rice and refried beans.
Horrid.
No.
And a little bit of tequila to go with.
Tequila. I really like a mezcal. Do you know those? You know the ones that's like really smoky.
Yeah, and
really smoky.
They're strong, aren't they?
Really strong.
Is that the one that has the worm at the bottom?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think if you look at the bottom of a mezcal bottle, there's a little worm, and if you eat the worm, it's like acid.
Right.
You get quite woo-woo trippy.
Do you have to eat the worm?
I think you can if you want. If you
maybe
want
just
to.
optional worms.
Optional
then.
worms.
Optional worms.
Yeah.
We'll have a sign saying the optional worms are there.
And are you knocking them back, or are you going? Or are you going sort of slow?
I'm not. It's a nice vibe. We're having Mexican music's playing. Kind of. It's a jovial kind of party vibe.
Nice.
Where we are.
And who's there?
I'm with all my best friends. So, and my husband.
Yeah.
But I'm there with my friend Liv, Steph, other Liv, Gabs, Luke, and Jordan.
I like the sound of them.
Yeah, they're really, really fun.
I like the sound of them.
Liv and Steph are friends from home.
Yeah.
We worked at Fat Face together when we were in our teens. We were all hopeless at it.
Can I just say with Fat Face?
Yes.
No offence.
Mm-hmm.
The shop assistants are too forthcoming.
Do you know why this is?
They're too forthcoming.
Do you know why this is?
Why?
Because we're taught when we get trained to go surfing. Surfing is a acronym for
Oh no.
say hello.
Oh God.
Understand the customer. Relate to them. So like understand what you've come for and then relate to them of like, I like your top. I've got a similar one.
Oh my God, this is so true. They're too
F
much.
is fitting rooms. Do you know where the fitting
Fitting
rooms
rooms
are?
are.
I introduce a new product. Those are nice jeans. Have you thought about this belt with them? N, never
leave here without buying
never leave them
anything.
alone, I think it
Never
is.
leave them alone.
And G
alone.
is you have to say goodbye. Even if they've just come in for like a minute and you've not spoken to them yet, you have to go, goodbye. They're really clingy in Fat Face. I don't know if surfing is still there.
This is really fascinating.
My boss used to tell me to go surfing all the time and I used to think, no.
This is
because I hate it when I go shopping and they're all over you.
It's just like, because I love their stuff.
Yeah.
Love their stuff.
So anything I can help you with today?
Yes.
All of that. Yeah.
Oh my God, this
They're
is
surfing.
I have thought this has been on my mind for years because there's one at Paddington Station.
Yep, I know it well.
You know the one?
They're keen beans.
They're really super keen. And I love the idea of like popping in there for 10 minutes.
No.
I can't.
And we're not on commission. So there's no need for us to be doing it.
Oh my God, surfing.
They're surfing. I have since been in a Fat Face shopping for my auntie who still really loves the stuff there.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Oh, it's really
good.
good.
The pyjamas are beautiful.
If you go online, Mel, put 14525 in. It's my staff code. It still works. I do. Anyway, I go into Fat Face and when they start doing it, I go, you don't need to be surfing. And then they know. And it's like
it's an unsaid
they
thing.
They know then.
Can I do that if I go in again?
You don't need to be surfing.
I might try that actually.
That's what they're doing.
Because I feel sorry for them as well because I can see as they're
Watch
surfing.
the pattern as well. They do it in that order. Say hello, understand the customer, relate to the customer, fitting rooms, introduce a product. Never, I can't remember what never is. I
never
think
let
it might
them
be
leave.
never let them go and goodbye.
Cannot abide
The first bit of surfing's fine. Say hello.
Say hello.
It's just the earthing.
The earthing.
The earthing is the problem.
The earthing. I don't know which letter for me is the worst of all of those.
I think introduce a new product used to feel really sticky. When you were walking somebody to the fitting rooms with one dress and you had to be like, tights, we've got tights. They go with dresses. Do you want tights?
How long did you last, in fact?
Not long. The worst thing is, I worked there the longest out of me and Liv and Steph, and they got promoted.
Did they?
Yeah. So like one became assistant manager, one became supervisor.
Oh my God! So she was telling other people to surf.
Yeah, but we were only like 17, and they were promoted. I wasn't allowed to do any of that. I just used to turn up hungover, like. I genuinely used to go up to menswear because it was quieter. And there was one bit on menswear that wouldn't have the CCTV cameras on. So I'd move the poof that you sit on to try shoes on into that bit and sit and have a nap.
And just go.
Sit and have a nap, yeah. I was like, you come 9:30. And then I'd only just sort of get up when I heard somebody come up the stairs.
I'm amazed anyone made it up the stairs having had the surfing treatment.
Well, exactly. Most men were just tired and would leave.
Exactly.
So I used to, wheel the poof into the corner. And because my boss could see on CCTV if we were like on our phone or not rearranging the size cubes or whatever.
Yeah.
So I just used to sit buried in a, it was like a mid-floor of gilets, and I'd just sort of bury myself in there.
Comfy.
Yeah.
Love a gilet.
Yeah.
I love a fat face gilet.
I'd just rest amongst the gilets on the poof and play solitaire on my phone.
We used to smoke when we were selling jumpers. Yeah. This was the 80s, Maisie.
That's so bad.
Smoked.
In store?
In store. Literally. Fag on. and then fold up the jumper. To be fair, it was a covered market.
Yes.
So it was kind of indoorsy, outdoorsy.
No, that's appropriate.
Fag
Do you
on.
find that you're still really good at folding?
Really good. And
Yeah.
I go into a shop now, and if I see a messy pile, I will fold them.
Yeah.
I did some in Primarché the other day. I just
I'm
thought this is
exceptional at folding.
So
3
am I.
ways.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I get really annoyed when people fold twice.
Yes.
No, 3 ways.
Put it face down,
Yeah.
arms come in, up we
Up
go.
to the middle,
both
then down
fold
below.
over.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you've folded, it never leaves
Yeah.
you.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Now on to this
Yeah.
sad subject.
Yes.
The death.
You know when people say, like, what a way to go?
Yeah.
I do think that's used too freely.
Yes.
Because it's
Yeah.
either like somebody's died in some mad freak accident,
Yeah.
doing what they love though. Like
Yeah.
someone's tried to sort of like Eddie the Eagle kind of
Yes.
skied off a mountain.
Sure.
Something like that. Or it's like they just went in their sleep and people go, what a way to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I say that like, that's lovely. That's really nice when people go in their sleep, but
Yeah.
it's boring, isn't
Yeah.
it? So but then I don't want to go on skiing off a mountain because like, that would be objectively terrifying. And your last moment, I think that's why we say it about people who are asleep. Because
Yeah.
they
don't know.
they didn't know.
Yeah.
So what can you do where you combine the fact that you don't know and it's an event? And would you cast your mind back to... We shouldn't laugh because it was bad.
Oh.
You know when all them millionaires went down in that submersible to look at the
yes.
Titanic?
Yes.
And it just imploded,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Obviously, very tragic event.
Awful. Yeah.
They shouldn't have been there.
I mean,
it didn't pass several safety regulations.
I mean-
But anyway.
Yes.
From
yes.
what I understand, because it imploded,
Yeah.
everybody said they wouldn't have known. Like, it just goes boom, like that. So
Yeah.
1 minute, you're in this submersible going,
Yeah.
I think we should be seeing the Titanic in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then boom.
Boom.
Now, I'm not that fussed about going underwater. I
Yeah.
imagine that journey is quite boring.
Yeah. Bleak.
I imagine it's exciting when you go in the water, you're seeing a little bit of fish, then it
Yeah.
gets dark.
Very dark.
And then with how deep it is,
I mean,
it's so dark.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
a bit boring. I think the chat would dry up quite quickly. Did you see the size of that submersible? It's a bit naff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I looked up where implosions can happen.
Oh, good. You want to implode? Okay.
I want to implode.
Okay.
So common causes include extreme hydrostatic pressure, brackets deep water, that's
Right.
what that one was.
Yeah.
Large temperature changes, brackets collapsing steam cans. I didn't think that sounded fun.
What's
I don't know. Or gravitational forces, brackets stars. So I think I would like perhaps a Mexican fiesta on board a spaceship, but not like when Katy Perry went up in the Amazon one to
Yes,
space, because that
yes.
got, slated, didn't it?
Yeah.
Because why were they going up there?
Did she actually make it? I never
I'm
followed
not
up.
really sure. She looked at the world, she held up a daisy to the camera, she cried,
And then
sang
she
a
came
song,
back.
and then they came back.
And she was in pink.
It was just a bit odd.
Yeah,
It was just a
sorry.
bit odd.
Yeah.
I think I'd go up in a spaceship with Liv, Steph, other Liv, Gabs, Luke and Jordan, and my husband. And we'd have Mexican music playing. We'd be having our Mexican food.
Great.
There'd be enough space aboard the
Vessel.
spaceship, the
Yeah.
vessel, for a good spread of Mexican food and enough room to dance.
Yeah. Good.
And it would just happen. You're reaching for a taco. You're going, do you want a top up of mezcal, other Liv? And as that happens, boom, gone. Like, you don't know, but the last thing you saw out the window was space, the world, other planets, maybe a meteorite, and some tacos in the vessel.
And you're bringing everyone.
outside.
And you're bringing everyone to your death with you.
Well, yeah, I did think that was pretty bad.
They all die with you.
They do, but I don't want to be on my own having a Mexican in space. That's quite bleak. And I think, well, what you want is to go, this is what I mean of what a way to go. Surrounded by everyone you love, because people say that, what a way to go. Surrounded by everyone you love. Yeah, but they were asleep, so they don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
So actually surrounded by all the people I love. Mid-laughter. Mid-anecdote.
Yeah, mid-anecdote.
You know?
Yeah.
Mid-dance.
Yeah.
Mid-bite of a quesadilla.
I'm buying into this. I have this really, I'm going to confess something quite bad.
Yeah.
I hate the idea of dying and everyone else carrying
on.
having loads of
The
fun.
FOMO.
Which is really selfish.
No, but it's true.
So in this way,
It's
take all the
true.
loved ones with you.
Yeah.
No one's going to know.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful way to go.
You're so right. You know, like if you've lost someone you loved and occasionally, it's really awful, isn't it? You go like, oh, they'd have loved that.
Yeah.
And then you think, God, if I feel
I
bad
know.
like saying that, going, oh, they'd have loved that. Imagine being the dead person looking down going, for God's sake, I'd have loved to have been there for that.
I know.
Must be like watching a movie you can't step into.
Yeah. I like this actually.
So bring
I'm
the fun
on
people
board.
with you.
Yes.
And then you just go, look, we're having a party, we're on board a
Yeah.
spaceship, we're having our favourite food.
Yeah.
Boom, no pain.
Yeah.
Next thing we know, we're in the queue to meet St Bridget.
And you were still all together having
it's basically
a laugh.
like being in the queue for a nightclub.
Oh God, I think you're onto something, Maisie.
Genuinely.
I
It's
think-
like when you're 17 and you're in the queue for a nightclub going, will we get in? Yes, don't worry, we've got train gins for Bridget. Fine.
What's train gins?
Train gins.
I suddenly thought of Tranger.
No.
A Tranger of
No,
train
that's
gin.
still in fat face.
I'm still there.
No.
If I'm honest with you,
You're still surfing.
I'm absolutely delighted that you've explained because I thought I was sort of going mad.
I think
because it
that
happened
gets
in
me
every.
points to go into heaven. I've explained surfing to
God,
people.
that's so. I'm going to go to the one at Paddington. I literally am.
Yeah.
I'm there the whole time.
Yep.
Good. It's a good
There you
death.
go.
It's a good death.
There you go.
Now, very sorry that you've gone, Maisie.
Thank you.
Very sorry, obviously. Our deathlings are an incredible community. They're just so on side. They're so supportive and they write really, really strong emails. So I'm hoping this one is. I haven't read it yet. So.
Well, this is an email from Joe Basden. I'm not going to lie, I did glance at it and thought it was an email from Joe Biden.
Oh, God, I thought Tom Basden.
Oh, I mean, either would be great.
It's a cross
Tom
bet-
Basden or Joe Biden.
Yeah, Tom Basden, comedy performer / writer.
Joe
And
Biden
Joe
feels
Biden.
nearer to death.
Yes. Joe Biden.
Imagine he's emailing in, making his plans already. Dear Where There's a Will, There's a Wake team. If death is the ultimate certainty, then surely the wake should be the ultimate gamble. So here's my risky final demand. Forget the solemn speeches and hymns. Set up a roulette wheel at the funeral. Each spin decides whether the pallbearers carry me out with dignity or drop me straight into a paddling pool of gin. Life's about taking risks, and I'd like my last one to be whether Aunt Carolyn ends up soaked in Tanqueray. If nothing else, it keeps the guests awake, and isn't that the point? What's the biggest risk you've taken, and do you regret it? Yours faithfully. Yours fatally.
Yours fatally.
Yours fatally. It's good stuff, Joe.
Oh,
Yours fatally.
Joe Basden.
Joe Basden.
I mean, the quality of that,
That's a 10 out of 10 email. That.
isn't it? We
I
always
really
get brilliant
want to see his
emails.
Aunt Carolyn soaked in Tanqueray.
Tanqueray,
At her
exactly.
nephew's funeral.
But also, Joe, you're so right. Life is about taking bloody risks. What is the biggest risk you've taken, Maisie? It's a good question, Joe.
The biggest risk. Oh, I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Of like telling someone you love them or fancy them, or is it just like doing a bungee jump?
Yeah. Yes.
I think it's the second because I think when I told my husband I loved him, it didn't feel risky because I was like, well, I
knew.
feel 80% sure that it's going to be the same way.
Recip. Yeah.
Whereas I once went on a ride at Blackpool South Pier that I think I went on it when I was about 13.
Yeah.
And I think now if I went, I've recently been back to Blackpool and I looked at it and thought, I cannot believe I went on that because there's no way that's safe.
Safety standards.
I think the biggest risk I've taken is going on any ride
in Britain.
Blackpool.
In Blackpool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of them are still made from wood.
Yes.
As well.
The Grand National, the Big Dipper.
Yeah, exactly. You can see it's wood.
Yeah.
And kind of quite rusty.
Well, actually, the last time, so when I went with Mike, I was like telling him, you've got to go on the Grand National. It's one of the best roller coasters in the world. And we got there and it was shut. And I was like, that's a shame. And then we were in the queue for the Big Dipper, which is also a wooden roller coaster. And the bloke who was in charge of the queue recognised me. And we got chatting. And I said, so why is the Grand National shut? And he went, I'm not really supposed to tell you this, but the chain snapped. You know, the chain that drags you up? It snapped, so it rolled back.
Oh.
I probably shouldn't be saying that, but yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's fixed now.
It's fixed. Somebody told me literally yesterday, we were talking about Great Yarmouth, which also has an amazing pier,
Yeah.
loads of attractions,
Yeah.
you know, really fun. There's this circus in Great Yarmouth that you can go to, I think in the summer. And then they lower the stage,
Yeah.
they fill it with water,
What?
and then there's a whole synchro swimming thing. Apparently it
No.
happens in the summer. Yeah.
That feels like
Risky.
an implosion waiting to happen.
Doesn't it?
Deep water, remember?
Deep water
Deep
implosion.
water.
Maybe that's the way you're going to go, Maisie.
Hydrostatic pressure.
Yeah, in Great Yarmouth Circus.
Oh my God, I was wanting a spaceship and I'm going to get the Great Yarmouth Circus.
Listeners/viewers, if you want to get your mail read out on the podcast by one of our spectacular guests, like the wonderful Maisie Adam, the email address is mail@deathpodcast.co.uk. We go through all of your correspondence over on 6 Feet Under. Yes, we do. So make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts or head to wherethere'sawillthere'sawake.com for all the details. Websites are still very much the thing.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Now, let's talk brass tacks,
Yes.
aka...
The funeral.
I do just have to say, because you said brass tacks, and my husband always listens to every podcast I go on because he's a supportive king. But I only learned recently that it's brass tack. I've been saying brass tactics all my life. Literally last week, he was like, "Say that again."
Brass tacks.
Let's get down to the brass tactics because
Oh,
it's how you're doing
It
stuff.
sounds...
You say let's get down to the brass tacks.
I know.
How
Yeah.
it works. So it's the tactics.
I reckon at Fat Face they might have said,
Brass tactics.
let's get down to the brass tack.
Yeah.
No, brass tacks. I don't know why it is brass tacks.
Okay. Well, let's get down to
Let's
it.
get down to them. Sorry to interrupt, but those dearly beloved,
Yes.
Liv, other Liv, Steph,
Yes.
Luke, Jordan,
Yeah.
husband,
Yeah. They're all going to have to just
they won't be there.
no.
So who's going to be blooming,
this
who's going to be
thing.
there?
I don't really mind. I just don't want people I don't know. That's the
Okay.
only thing. You know when the Queen died
Yeah,
and all them people were queuing up?
yeah.
Like, obviously, fair play, it's showing respect. I just think if that were me, I'd be like, go away. You didn't know me.
Yeah.
You didn't know me.
The thing about a funeral, though, is it's not invitation only.
No, I hate it.
It's an open
I hate that people can
invite,
just turn up.
isn't it?
Because some people turn up and make it about themselves. I just think, no,
Yeah.
so I would have an invite only.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you have a bouncer? Yeah.
I would. I'd have a bouncer on the door.
Yeah.
I'd have ID.
Would you?
Yeah, maybe need to bring your invite.
Over 18s only?
No, I've got
no,
nieces
no.
and nephews
Of
that
course.
can come.
Yeah,
They're, you know.
sure.
But definitely guest list.
Yeah. Interesting.
Bouncer with a clipboard, cross-referencing it with IDs.
Slightly nightclubby vibes.
I like that.
You
though.
like a
I like
nightclub,
that.
don't
I
you?
like that. Yep. Get the little UV light on their
Yeah.
ID. Check it's real.
Yeah, and you're going to have like,
A cloakroom with a raffle ticket. I can have that.
what about the actual, you and what's happening to you?
Well, I like my football now.
Yes.
I really like at the moment, there's this new thing where the match ball, sometimes it's just brought on by the referee, but in big occasions now, they've started getting I don't know if you've seen this, a little remote control car. Have you seen this?
I was
It's
at
that big. And it carries the
brings the
football
ball
on top and
on.
it drives it to the middle. So I think I'd like a little remote control car with my coffin on top of it and it drives it into the church.
Oh, wow.
That's what I'd like.
Wow.
That's what I'd like.
Any other footballing motifs going on in the funeral, surely?
Yeah, I think I'd like a sort of Leeds United theme with the flowers, blue,
Okay.
yellow, white, that kind
Okay.
of thing. I do
Okay.
like that. But I think I'd like to be brought in on the little remote control car.
Yeah.
The coffin, don't really mind what it looks like, but I'd like the lining to be a Premier Inn mattress.
Premier
Because such a
Inn
great
mattress?
Oh, it's such a good night's sleep.
Oh, God.
I spend so much of my life in Premier Inns.
love
It's
a
such a good
Premier
night's sleep. You can get their
mattress.
mattresses.
Where?
Like you can buy a Premier Inn mattress. Yeah, you can buy that.
They're
Yeah.
so
They're so good.
thick.
So if I'm going to be laid to ultimate rest, I
Premier
want the
Inn.
ultimate rest. Premier Inn mattress lined in the
I thought you were going
coffin.
to say lined with a Premier Football Club.
No. A Premier Inn
Inn.
mattress is in the coffin.
That is
with me.
such a good
So
shout.
that might change the shape of the coffin.
Yeah.
And might change whether or not it can balance on a small remote control car.
Yeah.
But this is, of course, Dream Funeral.
Yeah.
I'd like to be brought into Hey Big Spender by Shirley Bassey.
Oh, brilliant.
Because
Great.
I have a feeling that Susie Ruffle, who's going to give my eulogy,
She'll be involved.
is going to hint at this. But Susie likes to pretend that I am tight. I'm not tight. I'm just sensible with my money.
I'm tight.
I will offer to
It's
get
good.
around.
Yes.
I will offer to get around. And
Of
I will
tap
get
water.
around. You can have anything you want off the kids' menu. But I like Susie. So I would basically, because, when you're dead, it's not actually you paying for it, is it?
No.
So I'd be like, free bar.
Yeah.
Free bar.
Yeah.
Mad, like high-end production value
Yeah.
in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to interrupt you here, Maisie.
What?
I think some people do put aside their own money for their funeral, don't
Do
they?
they?
I think so.
Ah.
I think my mum certainly did.
Well, I think I would just put like such high requests in and be like, it's all I've ever wanted.
Okay.
That then once I've died, people would feel bad for going against those wishes. So
Fair
they
dues.
just fork out for it. I've done that. I've paid for things because I feel too awkward to tell people that we don't have that. So I just pay for it. And so I think maybe that could be paid back.
And also, what about this?
The weird and the wake.
One quick thing I do want to mention.
Go on.
I want open casket. Open casket, but it's not me. It's a bad waxwork of me.
Oh, Maisie.
And I want to watch from above and see who is brave enough to say that that's not me.
Oh, that's brilliant. But also, if you've imploded in space, your mortal remains, my
Yes,
friend, are going to
exactly.
be
Exactly.
stardust.
Well, that's true. That's true. So maybe they will clock immediately, but I want it. I don't want a good waxwork. Again, I'm going back to Blackpool here. We used to go to a thing called Louis Tussauds, not Madame Tussauds. Apparently it was her no, I'm genuine. It was right by the Central Pier. Louis Tussauds. People will back me up on this. It's now an aquarium, but it used to be Louis Tussauds House of Wax, and it apparently he's like Madame Tussauds' cousin.
Really distant.
Yeah, who moved to Blackpool. And they had some of the worst waxworks I've ever seen in there.
Describe, like a sort of slightly odd eye.
Yeah, boz-eyed. They had Prince William, but he looked like Harry Hill. Explain that. And this was Prince William when he had hair, and he still looked like Harry Hill.
Really, it was very shiny.
Yeah. The hair that they'd given Prince William looked like, when you have pork crackling, and occasionally it has a little hair on it. It looked like that. Yeah. So I would have a bad waxwork done by Louis Tussauds in my coffin.
I love this.
Yeah.
Open.
Because I don't want to see a good waxwork of me because it will just look like me. I want to see a bad waxwork of me. They're the more entertaining ones.
I'm thinking of almost like a ventriloquist dummy.
Yes.
There's going to be something weird going on around the cheeks and, you know.
Yeah. I want like a weirdly full, like I've got very thin lips. I want really full lips, a really odd nose, eyes in different directions.
Bright orange.
Yeah, sort of wispy hair. That's
but
kind
your
of like,
hair is iconic though, Maisie.
Yes, so it needs to be kind of
totally different.
This style, but done on a very tight budget.
Okay.
Like they had to pay a lot of money for each strand.
Okay. I love this.
Yeah.
This is on a Premier Inn
on
mattress.
a Premier Inn mattress. A bad waxwork on a Premier Inn mattress in a coffin on a remote control car.
It's so clear in my head.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Maisie, I'm sure there are loads of people that would want to say a few words. Obviously, Liv and the other Liv and the gang won't be able to do that.
No.
Somebody's done a eulogy, right?
We are gathered here today to remember the great, late Maise Adam. Yes, the one with the weird hair. I met Maisie about 7 years ago, and it's a real testament to her that I was the only person willing to do this.
Wow.
Funny, popular, a great knowledge of women's football. But enough about me. We're here to talk about Maisie. What can I say about Maise Adam? Big heart, no long intestine, incredibly high-waisted jeans. We've buried Maisie in a Man United
Susie.
shirt.
Oh, no.
Because it's what she would have wanted. She's also gone for a cardboard box rather than a wooden coffin, and the order of service as a WhatsApp message. Because you know Maisie, she liked to save a penny.
No.
I will miss her dreadfully. But now is probably a good time to say I will need a new podcast co-host. So do find me after at the wake. And while we're on the wake, there won't be a bar tab or a buffet, because even in death, she refuses to put her hand in her pocket. I hope you rest in peace. I'll miss you, Maisie. Forever a tight cow.
Right. She's done me dirty there. First of all, weird hair. She started going for a little mullet herself.
Has she?
So, yeah.
This is Susie Ruffle, of course.
She can jog on with that. Yeah,
The
this is
magnificent.
Susie. Friend, I thought, colleague, and co-host. Then she wants to bury me in a Man United shirt. She knows that will wind me up.
That was, yeah.
And you must have to pay for your own wedding, pay for your own funeral then.
But we've sorted that, don't worry.
Yeah, can we override Susie?
We can override Susie, of course we can.
Great. Okay,
We
don't put
totally
me in a Man United shirt, don't put me in a cardboard box. And do have a free bar and get Susie to put her hand in her pocket. Also, she says no long intestine there. That is a medical condition only she knows about. Anyway, thanks for exposing that one, Susie. It's fine, and I live a very full life.
Yes, and is it okay?
Yeah, it just goes beginning to end quicker.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can snip that if you want that.
That's what the doctors did. They cut that out. Hello.
I love the way she ended that with tight cow.
Tight cow.
Right. She's got something coming her way. Did you do her eulogy?
No. Noted.
I was going to say you could get back at her.
No, I'll just be the cause of her death.
I love the way you're really pissed off that she might be copying your hairdo. And I agree with you.
She is.
I agree with you.
Get your own hair.
Get your own bloody hairdo, Susie Ruffle.
Yeah.
Now, Maisie, it has been absolutely flipping majestic.
Oh, thank you
to
so
have
much.
you on with her. I've learnt so much.
You
Surfing.
have.
I'm actually really excited about that because I'm going to wend my way to Paddington.
Yes, you should.
Specifically to go in to have a little word with them. Now, I must ask you now, dear Maise Adam.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ask you to do something.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
It's okay. My belly is rumbling so loud. I'm so sorry if you can hear it.
No, don't worry, love. Can I get you anything?
No, a long intestine, perhaps. Do go on.
I'm going to ask you now to just hold this.
Yeah.
You spin for your sins. Maybe don't look at it as you spin it, but this is going to determine.
I'm really nervous.
I know, it is quite nerve-wracking, isn't it? Go on. It's quite like a Blackpool ride in that it's a bit cheap, looks lovely, little bit cheap.
Is it safe?
And possibly unsafe. So give it a right good old spin and listen, Deathlings.
Oh!
We will see you over on the other side, by which I mean 6 feet under. Come join us. Subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. You know the drill. Come and join us. Maisie will be there. Amazing. You're listening to Where There's a Will There's a Wake with Mel Gedroich. The senior producer is Charlie Morrell and the producer is Naya Dio, otherwise known as the Goddesses. The assistant producer is Rani Prescott. The engineer is Matthias Torres. The production coordinator is Eric Ryan. Music by the Rathbones. And the executive producer is Ollie Wilson.